Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our first town hall meeting as we campaign Terry Baskin for our tax commissioner of Clayton County 2020. Mr. Commissioner, please tell everybody who you are.
Well, first of all, I want to say welcome. Thank you for tuning in to this town hall meeting with the tax commissioner. My name is Terry Baskin. I am your tax commissioner. And I want to say right now, if there's any questions about who Terry Baskin is, let's start with some wording. Innovator, motivator, leader, guider, director, husband, family man, father, and a lover of community, especially Clayton County. I am proud to represent them as your tax commissioner. Let's go on and let me continue on what we're talking about as far as this town hall and what to be expected. Let's say you want to find out more information pertaining to the tax commissioner's office. Let's try this. If there's three things that's mainly responsible that a tax commissioner does is bill, collect, and distribute. That's basically, I bill property taxes, I collect them, and I have to distribute them. I distribute for the county, schools, cities, and state. So basically, I'm very functional when it comes down to government and working with other governments, such as state, county, and school, and cities. So basically, we want to make sure that we have somebody in office that know exactly what to do and how to do it and when to do it. So right now, I'm going to let Ms. Smith give me more questions that you might be concerned about.
Mr. Baskin, please tell us about the progress that the tax commissioner's office has made.
I am so proud to help you understand exactly the progress that we have made from the time I first got into the time now and even before. So let's start with our kiosks. You know, there's 3 locations that you can actually go and get your tags. That's the little sticker that you put on your tags. All of them are located at the Kroger shopping centers. One in Lovejoy off of Terra Boulevard, the Kroger in Lake City off of Jonesboro Road, and the Kroger in Riverdale, which is off of Highway 85. We work diligently to get them into function to make sure they stay up to par and make sure that you can go there any time of night and day to get your tag. That way you don't have to come in and stand in line. Now let's continue on with the atmosphere. Right now in the atmosphere of both my location, both in Morrill and Jonesboro, which is the main office, we have an atmosphere that we completely changed around. In other words, beforehand you will walk in and you'll be standing in line waiting. Well, that no longer happens. Now the atmosphere has changed where you can walk in and you go to the kiosk and you get your ticket and you sit down. And now your number will be called and you go, you get service and you're out the door. We work diligently in making the atmosphere conducive to the public so there's not a long lag as far as waiting. Let's talk about protective glass. When you come in now because of COVID-19, we saw well in advance of what we need to do to protect both you, the tax-paying citizen, and definitely my employees. So now we have protective glass up. And you don't have to worry about, people breathing on you. No, we're going to get you in, get you out, and continue to work on our safety habits. So basically, that's what we're looking at. And now for the future, especially coming this summer, 2020, we have a new technology that is going to dominate the tax commissioner's office. That way we'll be more conducive, more progressive to making sure that you're able to get in, pay, and we're able to walk you through with a matter of minutes. So this is what we're looking at for the very future of the tax commissioner's office. Ms. Smith, do you have anything else? Well, I want to make sure that everybody understands before we get to another question. There are 2 things that are dear to us today. First of all, there are some important dates that you have to remember. May 18th is early voting. That's when it starts. But right now you have a deadline. If you want an application, or should I say, if you already received your application, please fill it out for early voting. That means you fill the application out, send it back into the elections, and they will send you an absentee ballot. Now you got to do that before May 11th, May 5th. So, let me correct myself again. This Friday, which is May 9th, you have to have that information in. And if you've seen this before, that's to secure the vote. That makes sure that you will get an application, an absentee ballot, that you can fill this out, send it in, and they'll mail you that absentee ballot. And you got to do it before this Friday. After that, early voting starts. When it starts, it can continue on to June 5th, which is the first Friday in the month of June. After that, it is election time, June 9th. That's when we all go to the polls and vote. And I'm asking for your vote because I want to return and continue progressive ways from the tax commissioner's office. So make sure we do that. So if there's any further questions, please text me, email me, let me know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go to my website. That's that's baskinleads.com or at baskinleads. That's on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Please follow me. Any questions that you might come up with, please let me know. I'm more than here to help you understand what's going on in your county government. So there's something else before we get to another question. Census. Now, I'll tell you this, I am very disturbed today because just last Thursday, they released the numbers pertaining to how many people have already filled out their census report. Now, let me make sure that you understand what's going on. Because out of the 5 counties, you're talking about Fulton, DeKalb, Cobb, Gwinnett, Clayton, everybody's in 6 figures. You're talking about over 100,000 plus have already submitted their information. Clayton, on the other hand, we just realized that we're only 28,000 already reported, and that's as of Thursday. Come on, Clayton, we can do far better than that. Out of 290,000 people that reside here in Clayton County, 28,000 is not going to determine or help us understand about our representation in Congress, or even what we can do as far as funding for our roads, for our schools, for representation altogether. We need you to go right to those census and definitely go to census2020.com. Definitely fill out the information, because my wife and I, we did it, took us less than 5 minutes to fill that information out. Once we submitted, that's it, that's all. I mean, because of COVID-19, they would have started knocking on doors, but unfortunately, they can't. So let's do our part. Let's get out there. Let's get that information in so we can be counted. Please remember, census2020.com. Go on there. It only takes you a few minutes to fill that information out, submit it, and we'll thank you so much for the future of our children. Amen. Now, I'm going to answer a couple of questions I've already received so far, and it's basically, what's the tax commissioner role in county government? Big question. And the reason why it's asked like that, because a lot of people confuse the tax commissioner with the tax assessors. Let me explain real quickly. Tax assessors deal with values, strictly values, and that's it. When it comes down to the billing and the paying, that's where the tax commissioner come into play. So when you distinguish the two, definitely values for your home, for your business, for your occupation, you name it, is through the assessor's office. When it comes down to the billing, now it's the tax commissioner's office. All right. So it also says here, do I answer to the county commissioners? And I'll put it to you like this. As a constitutional officer, my position is ordained by legislation. It was created through legislation simply to be on its own. So in other words, it's not that I answer to the county commissioner, because I don't, but I work close by and close with the other elected officials, such as the sheriff, the probate judge, the clerk of court, everybody from the DA's office, the Solicitor General's office. So I'm a vital clog for everybody. And like that cornerstone that's there, well, yes, that's where I come into play. So basically, this is where we come from to work together to ensure that we have good governance. Okay. Last but not least, when do the bills go out? That's a great question. And I'll say it like this. Normally, we will have the bills out on the 15th of September. Being that COVID-19 has changed a lot of things, we're probably looking at later on that point, possibly the first part of October, but I'm not sure. But I'll tell you this, follow me on my Facebook, follow me on Instagram, on my Twitter. Go to baskinlead.com. Go ahead, Baskin Leads on Twitter. You name it. Follow me. I'll keep you in touch with what's going on, and I'll get that information out as soon as possible. Another just got this information here where homestead. When can I file? And what's the benefit of a homestead exemption? Beautiful question. I'm glad whoever asked that question was right on time. Well, first of all, homestead are very, very important for the homeowners themselves. Why? Well, it helps you to alleviate some of the tax that you're paying. Take, for instance, if a person has $100,000 house in value, we're going to take that and times 40% of that value and drop it down. Now you're only paying, you're being taxed at $60,000. It helps. So in other words, how does it come about? Well, that homestead sticks it in is 10,000 minus that 60,000. So you're talking about another 50,000, just 50,000, should I say. So let's make sure we understand what's going on. The county gives you 8,000. The state gives you 2,000, and that allows you to take that off. So now you're paying close to 50% of the value. So that's a blessing in disguise if nobody ever explained that to you. Normally, we will hope that a lot of closing attorneys will lead you right to my office so we can explain the details of what needs to be done. So other than that, homestead, if you don't have it, please come down to my office so you can file for it, or you can go online, claytoncountyga.gov. That's the tax commissioner's website. Please go there if you have questions. We can answer it immediately. Call, text us, phone us, you name it. We're here to serve you. Now, once again, if there's any questions or any doubt, please, please, please follow me on baskinleads.com or at Baskin Leads. That's both Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Where you need to contact me or my office, we will respond. Okay. Ms. Smith, do you have any other question for me?
There's nothing further, sir. If you could close us out and just remind us why it is such an important time for solid leadership now.
Well, I'll tell you this. With the direction that we're going as a nation, we're not sure who's telling the truth or who's really telling us a lie. But we're not worried about that because solid leadership will always be there for you. That's why I'm running on a campaign that I am a leader, innovator, motivator, and definitely a teacher in every aspect of life. If there's any time that we need solid leadership now, this is the time. And we won't shirk that responsibility. We will always be there for our people because my folks will tell you in a heartbeat, I will always roll my sleeves up and get on that line or serve people. I'm not just a tax commissioner. I'm there to help you, help my staff, and everyone in need. Remember, if you need to contact me, I will always be in contact, or should I say, I will always be there to answer your questions, help you to understand where we're going. Remember, baskinleads.com or at Baskin Leads. That's Facebook, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, you name it. Contact me, let me know. And let me wind this up real quickly. One more, I got another question. All right.
Mr. Commissioner, we have one more question. Can you tell us how COVID-19 has affected the operations in your office and how you've handled it?
Oh my God. It has really hampered our operation. It has closed our doors because we're deemed by law, both from the governor's office and the county commissioner who owns all the buildings. It doesn't allow access into our office. And you can rest assured there are thousands upon thousands of people that have already come to my office wondering, when are we going to open? Well, until the governor and then the governor's body of this county deems necessary to open up, we will. And we'll be ready. We will be able to operate fully, I say by the no later than the 18th of May. But we're going to be prepared. Hopefully they allow us to open up on the 11th, but we're not sure about that. I wish I could say more about it, but we will be ready no matter what. And remember, we'll continue to do what needs to be done through your mail, through your email, through your texting, you name it, or live. Definitely let us know what you need because we will definitely get the information to you. Remember, you can go to the 3 locations that I described earlier, where they're located in Kroger's, one in Lovejoy, one in Jonesboro, one in Lake City, and the other in Riverdale, all of them in the Kroger Shopping Center. You can go there and still get your tags. If you're not sure, please let me know. Contact us. Let us know what you're thinking. Go on ClaytonCountyGA.gov. Go to the tax commissioner website. Send your questions or call. Let us know because we are not able to open our doors yet, but we will be opening it very soon. Any other questions? Okay, so let me just wrap this up real quick. Let everybody understand. Absentee ballot. Remember, if you have this, fill it out, send it in. You have until Friday, this Friday, to mail this in to get an absentee ballot. Early voting starts on the 18th of May, and it concludes that Friday prior to June 9th. So that Friday would be June 5th. So let's make sure we get this information in. Number 2, voting, the final vote will be June 9th. That's the primary. Please, please, please tell your friends, tell your family members, your neighbors, anybody that's registered to vote. Get out. Let's vote. Let's get people in office who need to be in office. Thank you. Now, last but not least, the census. Please, Clayton County, we need to pull this through for the funding that we need for our schools, for our roads, for services, and representation in Washington. Let's get out there and let's be counted. Remember, my name is Terry Baskin, and I am so honored to be your tax commissioner. Let me know what I can do to help. Remember, you can contact me through ClaytonCountyGA.gov, or you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So please let me know what it is that you need. What was it?
What's your website again, sir?
My website again is baskinleads.com. Or you can follow me at Baskin Leads. That's definitely Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm an old school guy. You can still call me and I'll answer the phone. It surprised a lot of folks. I'll do that too. So listen, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every bit of your questions. And if there's more to do, trust me, this is just the intro. But there will be more to come as we can have a town hall meeting with the tax commissioner once again. Yeah, I'm sorry. Every Monday, I've just been advised. Every Monday, we will have a town hall meeting with the tax commissioner personally. So that way I can have more dialogue with you because a lot of people just say, hey, we know the name, but we just don't know the face. But guess what? You now know me. So listen, be safe, be strong, God bless you, and have a great evening.